Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. An apparent disturbance in the passenger cabin of a Southwest Airlines flight bound for Oakland caused the plane to divert back to Honolulu Tuesday evening. Southwest Flight 2050 took off from Daniel K. Inouye International Airport shortly after 5 Tuesday afternoon, about 2 hours after its originally scheduled departure time. According to flight tracking service FlightAware, the plane turned around about an hour and 45 minutes into the flight. It arrived in Honolulu at about 8:40 last night. Southwest has not offered much information about the incident, saying only that the flight was diverted due to the behavior of customers on board. Flight 2050 was rebooked and scheduled to depart at 2:45 this afternoon. The diversion comes as Southwest continues to grapple with a massive disruption to its flight network following a severe winter storm on the mainland. The airline canceled 2,500 flights today and 2,300 more on Thursday. Travelers entering the United States from China will be subject to COVID-19 testing under a new federal policy. Starting on January 5th, passengers flying from China will need to take a test no more than 2 days before travel. Proof of a negative test is required before boarding a flight into the U.S. People who test positive more than 10 days prior to their flight can provide documentation of recovery instead of a negative test result. The new travel requirement comes amid a surge in infections in China. The country's strict zero COVID policies helped curb infection rates, but the system was recently rolled back due to public unrest. On Tuesday, China said it will begin issuing passports for tourism for the first time since the start of the pandemic in 2020. The Hawaii Department of Health today reported 3 new coronavirus-related deaths and 1,095 new infections over the past week. That figure includes reinfections. Hawaii's COVID-19 death toll stands at 1,761, and health officials have recorded 372,198 cases since the start of the pandemic. The state's 7-day average of new cases remains steady at 156, compared with 158 reported on December 21st. The actual daily average of new cases is estimated to be higher due to unreported home test results. The state's average positivity rate increased from 5.9% last week to 7.1% this week. There were 11 cases per 100,000 people, down from 11.2 last week. By island, there were 697 cases reported on Oahu, 148 on Hawaii Island, 140 on Maui, 79 on Kauai, 4 on Molokai, and 3 on Lanai. Another 24 infections were reported outside the state. The health department said that 78.8% of Hawaii's population has completed the primary series of COVID vaccinations, but only 22.9% of those eligible have received the new bivalent booster. The second leader of a conspiracy to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer was sentenced to more than 19 years in prison today. Barry Croft Jr., a 47-year-old trucker from Delaware, was a fourth and final defendant in a federal case involving the kidnapping plot. Co-conspirator Adam Fox was sentenced to 16 years behind bars on Tuesday. Prosecutors described Croft and Fox as ringleaders of the plan to kidnap Whitmer in hopes of inspiring a U.S. Civil War. The conspirators were upset over COVID-19 restrictions put in place early in the pandemic, as well as perceived threats to gun ownership. The FBI was secretly embedded in the group and broke up the scheme in 2020. 14 people were arrested. The search continues today for a missing California man who was last seen swimming in the waters off Kauai on Sunday. According to the Kauai Fire Department, 56-year-old Prakash Shroff was swimming at Anini Beach with 2 family members when they became distressed. The family members made it back shore with the help of bystanders, but Shroff couldn't be located. Firefighters, Kauai Police, Ocean Safety Lifeguards, and the U.S. Coast Guard searched for the missing swimmer, but was unable to locate him. The search team had reported low visibility, a strong current, and large surf in the area. Officers of the Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources, Conservation of Resources, and Enforcement joined the effort on Tuesday. The multi-agency search for Shroff resumed at daybreak today. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.